Strength and Focus Yoga. We are doing Facebook Live also because we still have a lot of students that can't make it to class. So obviously this front area, if you don't want to be on live Facebook, then don't come up here. But I looked at it and you can't see and make out people. So if you're hiding from work and you're not supposed to be here or whatever, it's okay. Nobody knows you're here. Okay, so as you know, I call my class Strength and Focus. Or for those, let me ask, is there anybody here that's new to yoga? Completely new to yoga? Okay. Anybody here that's just new to my class? I can't tell. Some of you have face masks on. Okay. All right. So I call my class Strength and Focus Yoga because we are going to hold the poses and work on strengthening the body at the same time that we're going to work with our breath on calming the body's stress response to holding those poses. So we're going to be working with an Ujjayi ocean breath through most of the class, and I'm going to coach you through like a 5-minute pranayama breath work on Ujjayi so that you can kind of get accustomed to that breathing before we start getting into the class. But having said that, if there's anything that I do that you don't like, you can modify it. You can go into your favorite pose. You can do down dog. In the beginning, I do a lot of down dogs to planks, and if you're new to that, it might be difficult on your wrists or shoulders. So just limit what you do. You don't have to do them. You can simply go down dog to tabletop. You don't have to go out to plank. And the other thing to keep in mind is anytime that your palms are in the mat, you're not like this. You're pushing away, like protracting in between those shoulder blades. So it's more of a shoulder work than it is in the arms. And then lastly, hey lady, remember to use your core, pull the belly button into the spine, tuck that rib cage, clench your perineum muscle. A strong core is going to aid you throughout the exercise, and it's going to also protect your back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our breath work. So you can either lay down or just come to a comfortable sit position. And we just want to stack the spine. We want to have a nice long spine. So take your shoulders over the hips, ears are over the shoulders. Lift your chest, tuck your chin. Palms can rest on the knees, up or down, whatever you prefer. And close the eyes, and we're just going to start noticing the breath. You're not going to try to change the breath at all right now. You're just going to start noticing the breath in the body. Noticing the coolness of the breath on the inhale. And how it's warmed by your body on the exhale, out the nose. And we are breathing in and out the nose through the entire class. The mouth stays closed, nostril breathing. Noticing where the breath is originating in the body, whether it's in the upper chest or in the low belly. And let's start bringing that breath first originating in the low belly, filling it like a balloon full of air. And then bringing it into your mid-belly, and then all the way into the upper chest. And pause for a moment and notice how it feels to be full of air. And then you're exhaling upper chest, mid-belly, low belly, blowing all the air out, and then again pausing and noticing how that feels to have no air. And begin a new breath, feeling the low belly, bringing it into the mid-belly, all the way into the upper chest, and pause, and exhale, upper chest, mid-belly, and low belly. Continue with your 3-part breathing, and now we're going to start bringing sound to the breath by constricting the back of the throat and making the ocean sound in the back of the throat. So now you have the 3-part ocean breaths in and out the nose. Now, for those of you that are wearing masks, I don't know that you want to do this breath. You should probably, I hear it's not very good to breathe in and out through the mouth with the breath exercising because of the CO2. So you guys made your own decisions. We are all 6 foot apart here. So we're just going to start working on quieting the mind by focusing on the breath. Putting your mind's eye on the breath and following it through the 3 parts of the body like you're riding an ocean wave. Really exaggerating that ocean breath in the back of the throat to motivate your neighbor's ocean breath. And also to calm the body's sympathetic nervous system. Every inhale is energizing the body. Every exhale is lengthening to quiet and calm the body. The word yoga means union. That is the union of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And the most powerful tool we have to connect with that is your breath. Simply by placing your attention on the breath, following that breath through the 3 parts of the body, allowing the mind to clear so that you can tap into your deeper, more intuitive self that holds a higher vibration. So now we're going to start lengthening the breath. With every exhale, try to make your breath twice as long as your inhale. Every time the mind starts to wander and do its job of thinking, don't scold it for doing its job. Just redirect the focus back to the breath. It's up to you to use your willpower. Redirect that focus every time right back to the breath. Breathe in a louder, deeper ocean breath to captivate the mind's attention. So if you just came in, we're doing our 3-part Ujjayi ocean breathing. Feeling that low belly like a balloon full of air. Into the mid belly. Into the upper chest. Pausing. And exhaling upper chest. And mid belly. Low belly, blowing all that air out. We're constricting the back of the throat and making the ocean sound in the back of the throat. These things have purpose. your exhales out the nose. Next time you come to center, go the opposite direction a few times. So those of you that came in a little bit late to class, I just want to mention that if you have any injuries, next time you come around, just stack the spine. Then just be mindful of those. You don't have to do everything that we do. You can move into your favorite pose anytime you want. You can also move into a more challenging pose anytime you want it. So whatever works for you. But in the beginning, we do a lot of down dogs to planks. And if you don't want to do them, do a down dog to the tabletop. So we're going to go ahead and come into our tabletop. Remember, palms of the mat mean you're contracting so you're not sinking into the wrist. Take the right leg out long, come onto the ball of the right foot and press your heels to the back wall for a stretch. Engage your core by pulling the belly button into the spine. Align the leg. Pull that belly button in and ground into the right hand. Align the left arm. So you're coming into pointer. Check out your breath. Make sure you are not holding your breath. Your crown of the head is reaching for the front of the room. The heel of the right foot is actively reaching for the back of the room. So your hamstring, quad, kneecap, is all engaged. Of course, you can tap down anytime you need to for stability. We're going to bend the right foot, reach around for the foot, touch the foot or reach for it, and then come back to pause. Perfect your pointer. Check out your breath. And then again, then touch, back to pointer. You've got 3 more of these. Remember to protract the shoulder, nice strong shoulders. And then when you're done, lowering on that side, we'll come out long with the left leg. Push the left heel to the back wall. Pull the belly button into the spine. Align the leg with the spine. Ground into the left hand. Right arm right up next to the ear. Actively reaching in opposition. See how long you can get your body. Pull your belly button into your spine and check out your breath. Make sure you are not holding the breath. You've got nice generous inhale, but you're going to make your exhale twice as long to calm the body's stress response to the pose. It takes practice. And then bend and touch, back to pointer, pause, perfect the pointer, and again. You've got 4 more of these. That's one of them. Use the breath, nice long deep breaths in and out of the nose. Down, we're going to tuck the toes, lift the knees off the mat, place your entire belly on your torso, and then slowly straighten the legs, bend your knees to pedal your feet, just to loosen up in the back of the body a little bit. So remember, deeply pushing into the mat and protracting in your shoulders will help your wrists. Now let's go ahead and lower the heels towards the mat, lift the tailbone to the sky, and sink down into the chest. Full down dog. 3 nice long deep breaths here and lengthen your exhales, twice as long as the inhale. We're going to ground into the right foot and take the left foot to the sky in a one-legged down dog. Skip it if it's not for you. Bend the knee, reach the toes for the floor behind you. Get a nice stretch on the left side of the body in your twisted down dog. And then come down to a hover plank. So we're hovering the left leg behind us. We're in our plank. Left knee, right elbow, twisted plank. And then back again to one-legged down dog. Twisted down dog. Hover plank, knee to elbow. Take a break or join us for 3 more. Check out the breath. Make sure you're not holding it. back to down dog. Perfect your down dog. Sinking into the chest as you lift the tailbone. Take a break, coming down to tabletop, press back to child's pose. Maybe circle the wrists, loosening up the fluid in the wrists. Connecting with the breath. And then coming back to tabletop, tuck the toes, back to down dog, moving to the other side. Ground into the left foot, right foot to the sky. Bend the knee, reach the toes for the floor behind you in your twisted down dog. And then hover plank, right knee, left elbow, and back again. Take your time, perfecting the pose the whole time. Breathing, nice long deep breaths in and out of the nose. Holding the breath is just going to trap the energy in the body, making the pose more difficult. It's our last one. Back to down dog, and then sinking down to child's pose. And coming back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, back to down dog. Ground into the right foot, left foot, one-legged down dog, twisted down dog. Hover plank, step through with the left foot, long lunge. Stack the left knee over the ankle. You're taking up the whole span of your mat. It is a long lunge. Press the right heel to the back wall. Ground into the right hand. Stay here, or take the left hand to the sky. Now, if you're not wide in your lunge and you've got your feet too close together, you're going to look like this with the butt up in the air. It's a long lunge. Step forward, bend that left knee, shine your chest to the side wall. Check out the knee. It tends to splay out to the left, so pull it back over the ankle. And breathe. Stay here, or take this left hand while lining up the wall, wrap around the back. Looking out over the shoulder. Make sure you are not holding the breath. You got nice long deep breaths and you're protracting in that right shoulder. Don't sink down into the wrist. Unwinding, taking the left hand to the mat. Let's drop our right knee down to the mat. Grip the belly button into the spine, reaching the hands behind you and up to the sky. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Pull your belly button into your spine. Engage the hamstrings and the quads. The feet are really gripping the mat. Your belly button's pulled into the spine. That creates like a tripod effect to help hold you steady. You can stay here or steeple the fingers and reach for the back of the room. Check out your breath. Make sure you are not holding the breath. If the floor is hard on your knees, you can double up your mat under your knees. Taking the hands down to the mat, straighten the left leg, crown of the head to the knee. 3 deep breaths here. Bend the left knee, grip the mat, pull the belly button into the spine, sweeping the arms back and up and down the shoulder blades, down the back. Bend that left knee to get deeper into that hip flexor. If you have room, if you're tight and stay where you're at, steeple the fingers and reach for the back of the room. Keep the gaze forward unless you're trying to challenge your balance. Then you walk the gaze up the ceiling. But the whole time, my belly button's pulled into the spine, my hamstrings and quad, all actively engaged to help hold me steady in the pose. Bring the hands down to the mat. Come on the ball of the right foot to your long lunge. Step back to plank. If you know chaturanga, lower chaturanga. If you don't, we're going to start with knees, chest, chin. And then push up to cobra by pushing the mat forward, pulling the elbows in and the shoulders down, and lifting the chest. So stay here in cobra, and I'll demonstrate the chaturanga. If you're lowering chaturanga, the whole body comes down like a 2x4 flat, and then you're pushing into a dog, and you're getting out of those shoulders and lifting the chest. So every time we lower, you get to choose which way you want to go down. Drop to the knees, child's pose. And breathe. And then coming back to tabletop and back to down dog, we're going to move to the other side. So we're grounding into the left foot, right foot to the sky, bend the knee, twisted down dog, hover plank, step through with the right foot, long lunge. Press the left heel to the back wall. Engage that left kneecap and quad to get the left leg as straight as you can. Ground into the left hand, the right hand to the sky, shining the chest to the side wall. Check out your breath. Long, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Inhales happen naturally. You just got to focus on lengthening your exhale. Right hand draws a line down the wall, wrap it around the back, looking out over the right shoulder. And breathe. Protract in that left shoulder. Unwind, take the right hand to the floor, left knee comes down, grip the mat with your feet, pull the belly button into the spine, reach behind you and up to the sky, and pull the shoulder blades down the back. Use the hamstrings and the quads, and the belly button into the spine to help hold you steady. Stay here or staple the fingers and reach for the back of the room. Gaze forward unless you want to challenge the balance, then you can walk the gaze up the ceiling. 4 nice long deep breaths here. Hands come down to the mat, straighten that right leg, crown of the head to the knee. And breathe. Right knee, grip the mat, grip the belly button to the spine, sweep the arms up and down the back. Steepling the shoulder or the fingers, reach to the back of the room again. Very nice. Hands come down to the mat, come onto the ball of the left foot, runner's lunge to the plank. Lower your choice, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Pushing up dog or cobra. Lift the chin to the sky. Good stretch in the front of the throat. Get out of the mat. Try to get off of the knees. And then drop to the knees to child's pose. Reconnect with that breath. Nice long deep breaths in and out of the nose. Twice as long on your exhale to get the heart rate down. And then back to tabletop. Tuck the toes. Back to down dog. Perfect your down dog. Ground into the right foot, left foot to the sky, And then twisted down dog. Cover plank. Step through with the left foot. Long lunge. Swivel the right heel down and take your right hand, draw a line along the floor and up the wall into your warrior two. And then check out that left foot. Your left heel should be in alignment with your right arch and your hips square to the side of the mat, arms right over the legs and shoulder blades pull down the back. Crown of the head's reaching for the sky, so you got a nice long spine. And now check out your breath. Let's see if we can have 4 Ujjayi ocean breaths to bring our heart rate back down. Loud ocean breath in the back of the throat is going to calm the body's sympathetic nervous system. This is a strong but calm warrior. Every exhale getting you deeper into the pose. Take the right hand around the back and the left hand to the sky and then to the wall behind you. Generous stretch all along the left side of the body. Breathe and lengthen the left arm as you bend that left knee, getting a deeper stretch into your obliques. Reverse warrior. Left forearm to the left knee, right hand to the sky, and then to the wall in front. And now rotate the right shoulder behind you and lengthen this right arm longer as you bend that left knee again, pulling that stretch all the way down into your obliques. And breathe. Nice long deep breaths here in and out of the nose. And then pressing back to your warrior two. So we're going to move into triangle, so I'm straightening that left leg. I get really long in my warrior, so I typically, on one side, on this side I guess, walk that foot in first before I move it into triangle. So whatever's comfortable for you. With the straight left leg, we're reaching for the front of the room. So straighten that left leg, reach for the front of the room, try and get your torso parallel with the floor, and then windmill the arms around. Left hand can rest on the leg, more challenging to rest it beside the leg. Reach with the right hand for the sky, so you're reaching in opposition and opening up in the chest. Crown of the head's reaching for the front of the room and helping hold you buoyant in the pose. So you're not collapsing into that left arm. And check out your breath. Make sure you are not holding the breath. Stay right here or take the right hand, draw a line down the wall, right, wrap it around the back and look out over the right shoulder. And breathe. Very nice. And then release the right hand, bringing it towards the floor, a few feet away from your foot. You're going to ground the right hand into the floor, left hand to the sky. Press away from the floor, get out of the shoulders, and actively reach with the left fingertips in a revolved triangle. And breathe. And then the left hand comes down to meet the right. Point the toes towards the hands. Leave your hips right over your heels, hips over the ankles, and just walk the hands out so you're coming into a wide-legged down dog. Tilt the tailbone to the sky as you sink down into the chest. Walk the hands back under the chest. Let's take the right hand under the forehead and the left hand to the sky. Get out of that right shoulder, press away, and having the hand under the face instead of under the chest will allow for a long spine. Crown of the head, actively reaching for the front of the room, keeping the spine in alignment. And then reverse it. Left hand comes under the face, right hand to the sky. Press away from the floor with the left hand. And reach with the right fingertips for the sky. And then the right hand comes down. Bend the knees, pull the heels into the body. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee coming into a squat. We're going to pull our shoulders over our hips and then tuck our tailbone under, and then again adjust the shoulders. So you've got your torso straight up and down, knees are bent, hands come into prayer. We're going to sink down to our edge, and then bend the right knee, lunge to the right, hands come straight up, and then coming back to center, find that edge, and then press away to a left lunge. So we're moving back and forth with our breath, and we're still working on lengthening our exhales. When we get our hands up in the air, it raises our heart rate, but when we lengthen our exhales, it lowers our heart rate. So you are effectively training your body to handle stress. It works. Great for anxiety, just focusing on the breath, slowing down that exhale. We're going to do one more on each side. Make these your deepest yet. And then come back to your warrior two stance. Find your deepest warrior two. And then windmill the hands to the mat for your runner's lunge. Walk the left foot back under the left shoulder, and then step back to plank. Lower chaturanga, push-up dog. Get out of the shoulders, lift the chest, lift the chin. Breathe. Drop into the knees, back to child's pose. And then coming back to tabletop, tuck the toes, back to down dog. We're gonna do it all again on the other side. So we're grounding into the left foot, right foot to the sky, one-legged down dog, twisted down dog. Feel that deep stretch, and then hover plank, step through, long lunge, swivel the left heel down, and windmill the arms around. Warrior two, check out your alignment. Right heel with the left arch, hips, shoulders square to the side of the mat. Shoulder blades, pull down the back, bend that right knee, walk those toes out a little further, get a little deeper, and then let's focus on the breath. 4 Ujjayi Ocean breaths. Every exhale working to calm the heart rate. So every exhale is lengthened to get that heart rate lower. Every exhale sinking you a little deeper into the pose. Use your hamstrings, use your quads. Feel your feet grip the mat. Feel the belly button pull into the spine. So your mind is always perfecting the pose, running through your articulation of the pose. Let's go ahead and straighten that right up. No, not yet. No, not yet. Let's take this left hand, wrap around back. Right hand to the sky, and then to the wall behind you. Reach with the right hand as you bend the right knee, and feel a deeper stretch into the right side of the body, all the way down into the obliques. And breathe. This pose makes me want to hold my breath, so it makes it the perfect pose to practice not holding the breath. Contract in the left shoulder. Grow in the right fingertips. Right hand comes down to the floor, walking the hands under the chest, toes pointed at hands. Take the left hand under the forehead and the right hand back to the sky. Get out of that left shoulder. Straight back. Crown reaching for the front of the room. Right hand comes down and the left hand goes up. And the left hand comes down. Bend the knees, pull the heels into the body. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee. Pull the shoulders over the hips, tuck the tailbone under, hands in prayer. Find your edge. Really get that, try and get the torso straight up and down. You really got to tuck that tailbone under, which is not the most comfortable way to do it. It's a little more work this way. So we're going to bend the right knee, lunge, hands in the air. Come back to center, find your edge. And then a left lunge. Back and forth, use your breath to keep the heart rate down as you're lunging and getting the heart rate up. Teach your body who's in control of that stress. Practicing it on the mat allows you to handle it more effectively off the mat. One more each side. Bring your arms back to T. Let's bring your feet back to warrior 2. Find your feet as warrior 2. Try and get that right quad parallel to the floor. And then when on the hands to the mat, runner's lunge to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog. Lift the chest. Strong shoulders. Lift the chin. Breathe. Drop to the knees. Child's pose. Connect with your breath and slow down the heart rate by slowing down the exhales. And then coming back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, back to down dog. Perfect your down dog. Those heels should be getting closer to the mat, chest closer to the mat, and tailbone higher to the sky. Look at the front of the mat. Bend your knees. Hop or step to the front of the mat and come into a forward fold. Chest reaching for the knees, crown reaching for the floor, tailbone reaching for the sky. Maybe clasp your elbows and hang in ragdoll, shaking the head or circling the head. Bend your knees, put your entire torso on your lap, and then reach behind you and clasp the hands and set them on your sacrum. Or press them up to the sky for a shoulder opener. Now, with your torso on your lap, tilt your tailbone to the sky for a deeper stretch into the back of the sciatic nerve area. Really protract in the shoulders and
the sky. Release the hands and sweep them along the floor, up the wall,
to the sky, and sit back in chair pose. Check out your knees. Make sure you can see your toes. That means you gotta sit back a little bit more to see them toes. Now check out your arms. Like my chest is almost looking at the floor, and I want it to look at the wall in front. So I gotta get my arms up next to my ears. They don't always go there because it's not very easy. Check out the breath. A couple of nice long deep breaths here. Here's where we teach our body how to handle stress. Just 3 Ujjayi ocean breaths. Well, we skip the 3 part. Just 3 ocean breaths. Long exhale out the nose to get the heart rate down. Engage the hamstrings, the glutes, and straighten the legs. Bring the arms down into prayer. Close the eyes. Scan the body. Your mind's eye. Noticing the heart rate. Let's have 5 3-part ocean breaths to bring the heart rate down. One more. Noticing the heart rate and opening the eyes. All right, guys. Yay! First part over. All right. So we're gonna do some standing balance poses. So remember that you want to keep a focus on something that's not moving. So don't pick a body. Look at the wall. And you want to focus on your feet gripping the mat and the belly button pulled into the spine and the hamstrings and the quads engaged, because that's what's going to help hold you steady. But 80% of it is this mind. And so if you constantly have your mind work through the articulation of the pose, are my feet gripping the mat? Is my spine, belly button pulled into the spine? So if you keep focusing on that articulation, you will stay focused and grounded in the pose, and then you have better balance. So, we're going to start at the front of the mat in our mountain pose. Palms are together, shoulder blades pulled down the back, chest lifted, quads, hamstrings all engaged, and you're gripping the mat with your feet. And we're going to ground into the right foot and lift the left knee. Then the left knee and lift it. So now you're totally supported on the right leg. Bend that right knee slightly. Hinge forward. Step back, find your footing. Sweep your arms behind you and up into crescent pose. Walk the right foot out further to get a little deeper. Square the hips, shoulders to the front of the mat. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Crown of the head straight up and down. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Grip your hamstrings and belly button into the spine. Stay here if you would like, or you can steeple the fingers, reach for the back of the room. Delicious stretch down into the left hip flexor. Stay gazing forward or challenge your balance if you need to. Walk the gaze up the ceiling. And breathe. Long deep breaths in and out of the nose. Hands come in prayer. Hinge forward. Left elbow to the right knee and pull the right shoulder behind you. Square the chest to the side wall. Straighten that left leg. Engage, there you go. Engage that kneecap and quad. Come back to center. Hands in the air. And into the mat. Back to plank.
perfect your down dog just for a moment. Look to the front of the mat, bend the knees. Upper step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Bend the knees. Rest the torso on the lap. Reach behind you, clasp the hands, press them to the sky. Tilt the tailbone to the sky. Breathe.
Oh my
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hello. T-Mobile.
Oh my
That's
Yes,
okay.
you.
Don't worry about it. It's real life, right? All right, here we go. Release the hands, sweep them along the floor, up the wall, to the sky, and sit back in chair pose. Check out your knees. We won't be here long this time. Let's just go as deep as we can for the count of 3. Who's counting? My 3 or your 3? Straighten the legs. Arms come down.
It's like everybody stay asleep.
In a prayer. All right, so we're going to step back on the other side. So let's come back to the front to our mountain pose. Tadasana, strong mountain pose. We're now grounding into the left foot and bending the right knee. Core is pulled into the spine. Lift that right knee. Bend the left knee. Hinge forward. Step back. Find your footing. Sweep the hands behind you and up to the sky. Bend that left knee. Pull the shoulders over the hips. And really push that right heel to the back wall. Engage the right kneecap and the right quad to straighten that right leg. Pull the shoulder blades down back. And check out your breath. Slow down your exhale. Steeple the fingers, reach for the back of the room if you want. You don't have to. Hamstrings are deeply engaged, as well as the belly button pulled into the spine, and I feel my toes gripping the mat. Hands come down in prayer. Hinge forward. Right elbow, left knee. Pull the left shoulder behind you. Square the chest to the side wall. Straighten that right leg by pushing the heel to the back wall. Engage the right kneecap. Bend the left knee to get deeper in your hip flexor if you want. Coming back to center, hands to the sky. And then to the mat. Back plank. And chaturanga. And up dog. And child's pose. Reconnect with that breath. Let's have 4 nice long deep breaths, lengthening your exhale to quiet the heart rate. And then coming back to tabletop, tuck the toes back to down dog. All right, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat, hop step forward, reverse swan dive, no chair pose. Yay! All right, and we're gonna move into tree pose. So, we're back to the front of the mat, back to our mountain pose. Some of the things that we do in these last 2 standing poses, tree and dancer, you may wanna have a wall present to help, just so that you're not having to focus so hard on balance. So if you're closer to a wall, then when we start to topple a little bit, you have that safety there. But it's really just about calming the mind spheres too. So we're starting back in our mountain pose. We're grounding into the right foot, and we're just kickstanding the left heel onto the right ankle. Square the hips to the wall. Don't sink into the hips. Square those hips off. And this is tree. And you could stay here, or gripping the mat with your right toes, the sole of the foot onto the calf. Still keeping that knee pulled out. Stay
circulation? Is my legs straight? Are my toes gripping the mat? Is my belly button pulled into the spine? Is my chest lifted? That's what helps hold you into the pose. And then if you want to challenge yourself even further, you could reach for the instep of the foot. This is where it's helpful to have a wall if you're starting this practice, if you're new to this particular aspect of the pose. That way you can feel how the pose feels in the body before you're worried about having to try to balance in it. And when you're done, you're just shaking it out. All right, now moving into the other leg. Back to your mountain pose. Strong mountain. Kickstand the right heel, square the hips. Slowly move to where you want to be. So if you're able to get the heel into the thigh, you can kind of cheat by pushing the heel in the thigh and the heel at the same time. And that kind of helps hold you steady. Hamstrings very much engaged. Crowns reaching, feet gripping the mat, hamstrings, core, holding these steady. You can be wherever you want to go with your arms. If you want to graduate into a more challenging pose, but not go all the way, you can take this right knee out and start here. And then if you feel steady, pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. In the fact that you push your foot in your hand and your hand into the foot, and it gives you kind of a counterbalance. It's almost like a bow and arrow effect. So coming back to your mountain pose, you're going to take the right hand up and the left hand out, and then the left knee. Reach for the instep of your left foot and square the knees off to each other. So opposite hand and foot, you've got the right hand up, left hand's out, you're bending the left knee. So the same knee that is bent is the hand that's gripping the foot. Very good. Good adjustment. So this is dancer, and you can stay right here, pushing the foot into the hand strongly, and then pull that foot up behind you. Try and feel like a bow would feel when you're pulling on a bow. The more you get your foot up behind you, the more you kind of start hinging forward. Hinging forward is not the goal necessarily, but it happens as you get that foot up. This is perfect one to practice on a wall, so that you can first feel the pose in the body, and then work yourself into recognizing with your mind that you can balance in that pose. Okay, we'll move to the other side. We've got the left hand up, right hand out, grounding into the left foot and bending the right knee. Push your right foot into your hand deeply and pull that hand and foot up behind you. Releasing when you're ready. Roll the shoulders. Maybe circle the feet. Yes, we did it. We're going to start moving our way back down to the mat. Let's do a swan dive to get there. Reaching high, hinge forward, flat back. Hands to the mat. Step or hop to plank. Bend the left knee, moving into pigeon. Left knee comes behind the left hand. Then you're going to come down to the right knee and use your right toes to walk that right leg out long behind you, pulling yourself onto the side of your calf. This isn't for everybody, so that's a reclined pigeon. If this is not for you or for your knees, you can roll over to your back. If you're comfortable, lower the chest, stack the hands, right cheek comes down. So there's reclined pigeon for those of you that's uncomfortable for you. You're on your back, crossing the heel over the knee, reaching
For the thigh, take that elbow to keep the knee pushed out as you pull the other knee in. So you're pulling in with the thigh. That's gonna get the same stretch in the back of the leg, but it doesn't afford the hip flexor opener that you would get when you're on the floor this way. If you would like a low back twist, press the palms into the mat and thread the right hand underneath, coming onto the right shoulder. Stack the hands, or you can even press them up to prayer, and that just gets deeper into the low back. Start moving to the other side. So press the palms into the mat, pull the shoulders over the hips. And if you want to take a moment to try and strengthen the back while you're here, you're lifting your hands off the mat. So things that you can work on when you're at home, if you know, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can work on the strengthening aspect of it, on the back and the hamstrings. You could bend that right knee and get a quad stretch. Maybe a combination of both, taking the left hand up. And then we're going to move to the other side, so you're pressing back to plank. Bend the right knee, set the left knee down, and walk that left leg out long behind you. When you're comfortable, you're lowering the chest to the mat, stacking the hands, and taking the left cheek down. So again, this isn't for me on this side, so I don't really move into it very well. Over here, it takes me a while. You just got to honor what your body needs. Definitely don't press it where it hurts. If you like that twist, you're pressing the palms into the mat and threading the left arm through and coming onto the left shoulder, which I can't do on that side, so I won't, but you're welcome to. Strengthen the back a little more. You're pressing into the palms, taking the shoulders over the hips. And if you liked that quad stretch, you're bending the left knee, reaching for the foot. These are just options, and they're not for everybody. It's not necessary. It's just giving you different things that you could possibly do on your own if you wanted. When you're done, release the leg, swing that left foot around, and bend the knees. We're going to move into Shavasana, but we're also going to do a hip sway once we get there. So use the belly button, pull the belly button into the spine, use that core, and feel each vertebrae setting down on the mat, one at a time. And if you need more core strengthening, join us in Pilates. It's a great workout. Lots of classes. Arms in a T, knees into tabletop. Lower the knees to the left side, ground into the right shoulder blade, and look out over the right arm. Take your left hand on top of the knees to press deeper into the mat. If this is too deep for you, lower your feet closer to the bottom of your mat, and it won't be such an intense twist. Check out your breath. Engage the ocean breath in the back of the throat. We're going to move to the other side. Pull the belly button into the spine. Press the palms into the floor. Knees come to center and then lowering to the right. Ground into the left shoulder blade. Look out over the left arm. Right hand presses the knees in deeper. And breathe. Back to center. Lower the feet to the mat and lengthen your legs long on the mat. Bring the arms down to rest comfortably beside you. Palms can be up or down. Walk the shoulders away from the neck and then walk the legs away from the hips. Windshield wiper the feet a few times, loosening up in the ankles, and then release them. Rock the head back and forth a couple of times, and then find your natural center. And we're going to move back into our three-part Ujjayi ocean breath. So fill the low belly like a balloon full of air, and then bring it into your mid-belly. All the way up into the upper chest. Pausing. Exhale, upper chest. Mid-belly, low belly. Blowing all the air out. Notice how it feels to have no air. And then begin a new breath. Engage the back of the throat. Strong, loud ocean breath in the back of your throat to encourage your neighbor's ocean breath. Very normal for the mind to want to start wandering and chattering and talking about your to-do list. Give yourself these last 5 minutes alone on your mat to practice your breath work. Intentionally working on quieting the mind by focusing on the breath. Breathing in and out the nose. Increasing concentration and memory with your breath work. Carving deeper neural pathways of focus.
vibration. That vibration permeates around you like a 6-foot force field and affects anybody else that you come into contact with, raising their vibration. Get out of the reactive thinking mind, living more in the intuitive self. I find that answers to problems just kind of bubble up out of this place. Movement back to the fingers and the toes. We're going to take our time to roll over to our favorite side. Just hang out there for a moment. Once there, take a moment to scan the body, noticing how the body feels, noticing the heart rate, noticing the state of the mind. I wish that you were feeling much more energized and powerful, but yet very calm and relaxed and at peace. Pushing yourself into a sitting position, bringing the hands into prayer. I'm going to share the prayer again with you that I shared last week, and this is a prayer that I do that you can do to whatever higher power that you have in your life. And the prayer goes like this. Bless me so that I can live selflessly throughout this day, giving all that I have and all that I am to whatever you put before me, and asking nothing in return but the honor of this dance with you, beloved. The honor of this dance with you. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Good job, man. It was a great class.
Thank you so much. Thank
I love it.
you. Yes.
So, Miss Sharon, that's usually over here, you better be watching Sharon. I am going to try and do a Friday Facebook Live on the river. If you wanted to tune in, it's Yoga Tanya Chappell on Facebook. So, if it's not raining, you'll catch me perched down over the river doing the same class for all the other students that are still not comfortable coming back to class yet. Thanks, you guys.
What time?
Oh, somebody's gonna hold me to the gun now. I need to do it early because it gets so hot out there. So it will probably be like 8. I'll shoot for 8 a.m.
So can you look at it later? Thank you.
Yes, that's the beauty of it. It's there. You can get up whenever you want and do it.
That's what I need.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of the videos on my Facebook page. Hi. Oh, I can't get it on. Close.